Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Reel It In, where we review and preview movies and television shows of the like. I'm your host with the most, Roman RBC, and we are here to talk about the Blacklist Season 2, Episode 1 premiere. Pretty good stuff, not gonna lie. I really enjoyed it. I'm a big fan of the Blacklist. I finished Season 1 in about 5 days. It was such a great show. I'm a big fan of crime dramas. Crime dramas are just a soft spot in my heart, and I thoroughly enjoy every single one I've seen. Anything crime drama, I'm in. So, Blacklist. Awesome. It was great episode. James Spader is James Spader through and through. This guy is awesome. And for those of you that don't know, James Spader is going to be the voiceover and maybe some motion capture of the upcoming villain in Avengers 2, Age of Ultron. He's going to be depicting the villain himself, Ultron, and James Spader. Every time I hear this guy talk, it just sounds like how a robot, a knowledgeable robot would talk. He'd just be very smart. He's very, I can't think of the word right now. It's so late. But anyways, Megan Boone, always great as Elizabeth Kane. Definitely enjoyed the first 5 minutes. Got some eye candy, that's for sure. Now, she's not the most attractive woman on the planet, but she is definitely pretty damn good looking. So I think that's something to take into account. But we find ourselves in the premiere of Season 2. We find ourselves, Berlin is on the loose. We don't know where he is. He wants to go after Red. He wants to go after Red, and he wants to find him. He wants to kill him, blah, blah, blah. They're rivals. I think they did a really good job of ending Season 1 on that. This is obviously going to be spoiler-filled, ladies and gentlemen, so if you have not seen Season 2, Episode 1, do not watch. Go ahead and click Save It Now to watch later, so you can go ahead and watch this later and keep updated with everything The Blacklist. So anyways, The Blacklist, the episode is about Lord Baltimore. Lord Baltimore, I believe, is number 140-something on the Blacklist. I'm not for sure yet. I'm not exactly for certain, but I watched it at about 9 o'clock. It's 2.5 hours ago because I rewatched Gotham at 10 o'clock, so I might forget a few things. But anyways, The Blacklist. Shoot. So exciting. Just so exciting. I love what they do with the characters. You have this girl, I believe her name was, I want to say Nora. It's completely blanking. It's going over my head. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. But it's the girl from Breaking Bad. That's all I can remember her by. She's in Season 2 and 3, I believe. But anyways, pretty good job she did. I mean, she turned from this character who seemed very afraid, who was very nervous, not very comforting, not in a comforting place when talking to the FBI or around other people. And then, she turns into this very villainous character, and I thought that was a great job that she did. You kind of wanted to believe that she wasn't Lord Baltimore yet, but she ended up becoming Lord Baltimore. I thought she did a damn good job of doing that. I think the action is definitely going to be picking up. They've definitely changed the formula a little bit. I think we're going to be more on the mysterious side of things, onto why things are happening and how things are connected in Season 2. Because Season 1, to be honest, it was about the same formula over and over again. Introduce the bad guy in the first 10 minutes. Talk, dialogue, trying to figure out who the bad guy is, how they're going to stop him. Action scene, mystery, commercial break, blah, blah, blah. It was the same formula over and over again. Capture the bad guy at the end of the episode. Towards the end of the season, they changed that up a little bit. And towards the middle of the season, around Season 10 or 11, maybe 9 or 10, they had the 2-part episode where the terrorists come and take over the FBI place and threaten Red and his comrades. So I'm glad they're definitely going in a different direction with the formula they use. They didn't necessarily reveal the villain immediately. You kind of had to figure out who it was. At first, you thought it was the girl who had the tattoo on her arm when she had captured Red, but it wasn't her. And then we figured out who it was in the end. The girl who had killed her sister. And when the music played, she kind of just remembered everything now, and she became more villainous, which was a little weird to me. But I thought she did a really good job of doing that. She really captured, what it meant, someone who went through this struggle of, being raped and stuff like that. And seeing that her sister being killed in that freezer, that was just absolutely brutal. The show is getting a lot more brutal than I thought it would be. When I first, thought of it, and you see the TV explosions, I like to call them, very CGI-esque. And I don't blame them. It's television. They have a lower budget than film. But I thought, it would be a little bit more on the safer side of things. We don't want to really show all the blood, but it is quite a brutal show. It's actually kind of a cringeworthy at points. You don't even want to watch. But, I mean, it wasn't like the best episode ever, but I really enjoyed it. And what they did is they had this guy in a hood with binoculars, and he's looking at Elizabeth Keene. They're looking at her, or whoever this person is. They're looking at her all the time. They're following her around, and I'm convinced that it's Tom, because at the end of season 1 we see Tom get shot by Elizabeth, but we don't see his dead body. So I'm convinced that it's Tom. I couldn't think of anyone else. Maybe it's her dad. I'm convinced that her dad is actually Red himself. I don't think there's any doubt about it. It has to be Red. We see at the end of season 1 he's got the burn marks all over his back. Now that's not saying completely anything. It could be throwing us into a different direction, and her dad could be way over here or something. But I'm convinced that Red is her father. Tom is probably the guy in the hood, and Berlin, at first I didn't even realize it was Berlin, because when we see him at the end of season 1, he's all shaved, he's clean shaven, he looks a little bit younger than he was with his beard, and then in this you see him with the mustache, and then you see him with the hook on his hand, which is like that classic cliche villain, which is totally fine by me. Cliches don't totally throw me out of the loop, but sometimes they're a little ridiculous. But you see this hook on his hand, and he's pretty badass, and what he's doing to Red is he's got Red's ex-wife, and he's going to do what Red did to Berlin's daughter. He's going to take her apart piece by piece, and you see that at the end of the episode. I believe he sent him one or two of her fingers. You couldn't really tell, but I'm pretty sure it was only one. And then when it shows a preview for episode 2 of season 2, you see that he takes out a tooth. So I think that it's going to be quite brutal. It's going to be such a great show. And you see Berlin and Red sitting down. They finally meet. They're in front of each other. What's going to happen? I personally think Berlin's going to be a villain for a few more episodes. I don't think they'd take him out this early. We've only had him as a villain for basically an episode and a half, or maybe 2 episodes and a half, however you want to look at it. But I think Berlin, since he's the number 8 on the Blacklist, okay? Who's number 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1? I'm pretty sure that Red is number 1 on the Blacklist, and I think that'll probably be the final episode of the series. But I just think that I don't know, if he's number 8, then and he's very villainous, then what's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 gonna be like? That's really getting my hopes up for season 2. They're gonna about have 22 episodes, just like season 1. I'm for sure. So I'm really excited, to be honest. It was just a pretty good setup episode. I'm kind of forgetting a few things. I did a pretty poor job compared to my other videos, but that's because I saw the episode about 2 hours ago, and then I had to rewatch Gotham, paid attention to that so I could do that video, and I did a pretty good job on that video. So you can go ahead and check that out on my channel if you subscribe. So The Blacklist, a very good setup episode. I like what they did, very action-packed. The music they choose in this show is, just awesome. They have Lagrange from ZZ Top. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. It's totally botching that, but I could care less. So anyways, great start to season 2. Elizabeth Keene's character cut her hair. Harry Lennox's character Harold is returning. Wrestler, one of my favorite characters in the show, to be honest. I think everyone's going down these different paths where everyone's becoming a little bit more dark. Elizabeth has become much more serious, and I love this arc that she's having. I think we're going to see her by the end of the season be a complete badass character. It's good that we finally get women leading shows that we don't hate. You look at Breaking Bad, you look at Walking Dead, you look at all these other shows, women characters you just want to hate. So it's good to see Elizabeth Keene taking charge here. And just to give you guys a little bit of insight, it's completely informal, obviously. We're laid back, talking, and I'm going to get a drink of water. This isn't meant to be completely formal, ladies and gentlemen. It's meant to have fun, chill back, relax, and have fun. Discuss down in the comments below. Subscribe, share, like, everything. Dislike if you completely hate everything I talk about. But I'm going to be doing some more shows. I'm actually going to check up on the shows on here that I'm probably going to be doing. My dad is out in the loft watching Scorpion right now. So the TV shows that we'll basically be reviewing and previewing and stuff like that are as follows. Gotham, which is on my channel right now. I reviewed the premiere, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Scorpion. Scorpion actually looks kind of interesting. The little bit that I've seen of it just a little bit earlier looks quite interesting. A lot of people really liked it, so I'm going to go ahead and check out Scorpion. The Blacklist, which we already talked about. Sons of Anarchy, which I've already talked about. I've got two episodes on my channel. Episode 3 is on tomorrow night late, so I'm going to have Season 3 review up late tomorrow night or early tomorrow morning. And then Arrow comes out on October 8th. I'm going to be doing a review and preview of that. The Flash, October 7th, review and preview of that. Sleepy Hollow, I heard Sleepy Hollow is great. And I saw the... at the end of Gotham, I kind of spoiled it a little bit for myself, but I saw like a little bit of what previously happened in Season 1 of Sleepy Hollow, and it looks pretty damn good. So I'm probably going to go end up and check that out. And then I don't know about Chicago Fire, Chicago PD. I'm not for certain yet, but let me add one more to this list. Star Wars Rebels. Star Wars Rebels. I know, I understand. It's a little bit more on the childish side of things. It's on Disney XD, but I think Star Wars Rebels is going to be something special. I mean, I think it's going to be a great television show. I know it's animated and stuff like that, but I'm definitely going to be doing that. Star Wars Rebels is going to be awesome. So those are pretty much the shows we're going to be doing here. We're getting more into the Oscar-nominated season for film, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go to the movies. I might bring my brother and sister tag along. We'll review those movies. We'll give, stuff like that. Gone Girl October 3rd, The Judge October 10th, Fury October 17th. I might check out Maze Runner. I heard it was pretty good. So I might go check out Maze Runner. Interstellar November 7th, which is... I'm just so excited. I get the chills just thinking about Interstellar. So I'm going to go ahead and check that out for sure. Opening night. Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. Hobbit 3. And I think that's all I'll be seeing the rest of the year. Not too many. The main movie season is around from April to the end of the beginning of August, and then we have about a month, and then we have our Oscar-nominated movies that usually get nominated for an Oscar. I might see Foxcatcher, by the way, with Steve Carell and Channing Tatum, Mark Ruffalo as well. It's a great cast, so I'll probably check that out as well, just to give you guys a little bit of insight on what's to come for Reel It In. I understand we're on the slower side of things. You've only seen me, and that's probably extremely boring. I might get one of my friends from a page on Facebook. I'm trying to get my brother and sister on, but they just aren't committed like I am. I love talking film. I love talking television, and I'm pretty sure I'll get them on next week. They just were extremely tired. We've got school in the morning, so obviously I'm willing to go ahead and give up those precious hours of sleep to give you guys the best entertainment value from Reel It In. So, go ahead and like the video if you liked the video, and if you completely hated the video, go ahead and hit that red dislike button. Go ahead and put down in the comments below what you thought of the Blacklist Season 2, Episode 1 premiere, and go ahead and discuss a little bit. I'll discuss with you. I've got a lot of free time on my hands when I'm not at school, so I'll go ahead and talk with you guys if you guys are all about that life. And then go ahead and hit that subscribe button to keep updated with everything film, TV related. I'm doing a lot of television shows. We all love television. It's fall TV season. It's one of the best times of the year. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. There's Sons of Anarchy, Gotham, and now the Blacklist, and more shows to come in October. Totally forgot The Walking Dead on October 12th. Wow, went over my head. My favorite show on television. Totally sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. And go ahead and hit that share button to, give people a little bit of insight on what we're over here at Reel It In, what we're all about. Go ahead and hit that share button because I love having my voice heard, my opinion. I love doing this type of stuff because it's for your entertainment value, not mine. This is all about you guys, the fans. So go ahead, like, dislike, comment, subscribe, share. Do everything you possibly can to get our feet out of the water. We're still young. We're still young guns. We're looking to go big, but I need help. I need support from you guys. I need help from everyone that started this whole Reel It In thing. I need help from them. Please help me out. Please. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm extremely tired. When I get tired, I get really, really excited because it's fall TV season. This is Roman with Reel It In. Have a great day.